listen to me. Thomas Brady Jr. is the love of my life and the greatest quarterback of all time.
I think Rob Gronkowski is the best player at his position in the NFL by far.
Let's go, guys!
Welcome into Studio 73, everybody. I'm Lainey Johnson, your host for Outside the Huddle, our weekly NFL show here at Suffolk University. We're talking all things from last week, when NFL Week 8. I'm joined this week by Jacob Toby. How we doing, Jacob?
What's going on? Hey, I make my return. We start out Week 1, and I take a little week off, and then I'm back.
And we're back.
Yeah, what's going on?
And we're back in action. We're going to start it off how we usually do with the Patriots, who had a weird week.
Yeah, they did have a weird week.
No one was expecting it. Right at the trade deadline, your boy Bill Belichick trades my boy Jimmy Garoppolo, the most handsome one of all time.
Yeah, I do think, side note, he was a little bit more handsome than Tom Brady, I think.
Oh, I think we all agree on that.
Okay, good. I mean, look at him right there. I mean, he's tremendous. But, yeah, big move. Were you surprised?
I was so surprised. I did not expect this to happen. I thought if they were going to trade him, they would have done it in the offseason. They heard we were getting, like, first-round draft picks from the Browns, which, you know, are very high. But I don't know. Maybe Bill Belichick just doesn't feel like we can get first-round talent because he likes to get those sixth-round guys, you know, those gritty guys who get down in the dirt.
But I think that second-round pick will end up being top of the second round. So I think Bill Belichick's decision was...
It's going to be something like a 33 overall pick.
So his decision was like, I could get a mid-first rounder from the Browns probably. I think that was what they were going to do. Or I could just get a high second-round pick and try to push it towards the end of his contract. So I think he thought there was a chance that they could re-sign him, right? Or they could at least franchise tag him. That was going to be $25 million. Franchise tagging a backup quarterback is not ideal, especially...
It's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap, especially if Tom Brady's continuing to play the way he's playing. So I think Bill Belichick ultimately had to do this deal. I still think I would have held on to him.
I don't know if I would, because I think in the offseason they were thinking Jimmy Garoppolo could be our future. We don't know how much longer Tom's going to last. They saw how Tom's playing this year. He's still playing great. They're like, oh, he has 3 more years. And you can't hold on to Jimmy Garoppolo for 3 more years. Like he is better than a lot of the garbage that's rolled out there week to week in the NFL. So he had to go somewhere. If he was just going to leave in free agency, then they would get nothing in return. So I think they just waited too long, or I think they either waited too long or they should have kept him. And I think they did not want to keep him, so they just waited too long.
Bill Belichick is making a statement. Tom Brady's going to be here for at least next year. Probably the next 2 or 3 years. Because, you're bringing...
you signed Brian Hoyer on a 3-year contract.
Exactly. You signed Brian Hoyer, and I think it's a good signing. He was released by the San Francisco 49ers.
Did you think that was weird, that he wasn't just included in the deal? I saw there was some reasoning behind it. Ian Rappaport, I think, reported on it and said that there's a reason behind.
Maybe a money situation, or?
Yeah, it's something like, I don't know what it was. Because they can sign him for less now.
I think they don't have to. They would have to take on his I think it was around $7 or $8 million. They'd have to take on. Yeah, so now they have to pay him less, which I think is going to end up being good. But Brian Hoyer, here for 4 years in New England, was drafted by the Patriots. I think it's a good signing. He knows the system well. He's really close to Tom Brady. They like each other a lot. He likes Bill Belichick, and vice versa. So it's a good signing, and I think it'll work out.
Do you wish it was Colin Kaepernick?
No, I don't. And I you love Colin Kaepernick, but I would not want.
I wouldn't even say I love him. I
think it was.
I want the world to burn. I just want everyone to freak out. I want Twitter to be set on fire. Yeah. And the takes would be hot, folks.
They would be hot.
The takes would be hot.
But I just don't think Bill Belichick wanted the distraction around. Brian Hoyer comes in, he does his work, he's quiet, right? Colin Kaepernick comes in, there's a million cameras here.
And there's nothing Bill Belichick loves more than a camera.
And we've seen how he deals with that type of situation. He gives you nothing. So there's no point in bringing him in.
It would just been more
Kaepernick,
questions.
probably still is a better player than Hoyer. Right. But I think it was more the political things that were happening, the camera stuff that would be coming into New England. So not a good idea. But going back to Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he's going to be a good player.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I mean, Kyle Shanahan even came out and said, I don't know if he's going to start this season.
It's going to take him a couple weeks, I think, to get into the system.
And they're not getting to the postseason. So.
No. So, but there's definitely a chance that he could start maybe the last 3 or 4 games, get into the system, get with his wide receivers, his running backs, that type of thing. So I think it'll end up being a good situation. We'll see if they re-sign him in the offseason or he goes somewhere else. But I think
don't have a ton of other options.
He'll make decent money this year for sure.
Yeah, he will. He'll definitely make some good money.
Yeah.
Were you surprised they didn't make any other moves at the trade deadline? That's the only real one they made. I thought maybe they would beef up the defense a little. That has been lacking. I thought maybe they would go out, try and get another wide receiver or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Even a linebacker.
Yeah.
Because you lost Dante Hightower for the year, you would think that they would try to replace him. It's with Summerlin, but they're going to keep it in-house. They're going to look at David Harris and some of the other guys that they have and say, you guys need to step up because we lost our number one guy on the defensive side of the ball who communicates everything. And yeah, I was a little surprised I didn't pick up anyone else. I don't really know where Chris Hogan's at right now, and I don't think they do either.
Right.
So maybe picking up a wide receiver would have been good, but maybe this gives Philip Dorsett an opportunity to kind of step into the slot receiver role a bit more. They have the bye week this week.
Exactly.
So they can, he can work with Tom Brady and Brian Hoyer. They can work together.
QB1 and 2.
Yeah, they can work together and see what they can do, but it's all in-house right now, and I was surprised that there were a lot of I wasn't surprised that there were.
It's really just the next man up mentality that just Belichick has always
exactly.
had.
But were you surprised that they didn't trade Malcolm Butler?
I am surprised. I thought they were going to deal because Belichick knows when to cut guys, when to even the guys he's most loyal to, he knows when it's over. And I think Malcolm Butler's at the end of what the Patriots can get out of him. He has great plays, flashes, but I mean he blows coverage all the time, and then he'll make up for it with an interception. But it's at what point does the bad outweigh the good?
Yeah, but he's still your number one cornerback, and I think with Eric Rowe's injury and with everyone else that's
the thing
on
is,
the defensive
I just
side,
don't know if there's anyone to replace him that's better than he is. I think we can get someone maybe with that draft pick that San Francisco gave us to supplement the corner position, but I just don't think there's anyone who's on the market right now where you could replace him. But I don't know. I just was expecting him to get moved.
You definitely need Butler. I mean, you don't have Stephon Gilmore and you don't have Eric Rowe for the foreseeable future. So yeah, you need someone to play cornerback.
Yeah. So off of this one, some bad games have been played overseas.
Terrible.
So bad. I feel so
horrendous
bad for the people of London.
What is going on?
Oh my gosh. So let me just read you these scores.
What are they giving the motherland over there?
First week, 44-7 Jacksonville over Baltimore.
Yeah.
20-0 New Orleans over Miami. 33-0 LA Rams over Arizona. 33-16 Minnesota over Cleveland last week.
Have you done the math? That's 133 to 23. Teams are outscoring. Teams are outscoring each other. That's just
just absolute,
2 times they haven't scored any points.
Absolute blowouts, and we're just giving the point of having games in London, right, is to grow the game. They're thinking of maybe moving a franchise there, in the foreseeable future, maybe going to Mexico, which they're doing a game in Mexico this year. All this stuff, they're trying to expand the game. Well, if you're trying to expand the game, maybe don't send them garbage and people would enjoy it.
Would you think the best game of London 2017 would include the Cleveland Browns?
It was a good
It was fine, I guess, until the end.
1 quarter.
Yeah, basically 2/3 of the game was pretty trash. I mean, the Browns, they didn't put up much of a fight in the second half.
They
so
never
I mean,
do.
they never do. We'll see if they get anywhere this year. But London games this year have not been fun to watch. I haven't looked forward to. I haven't woken up one Sunday morning and said, I'm going to watch this.
I don't get paid to do this show, and until I get paid to watch football, I'm not waking up earlier than 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. You can't make me. You can't make me.
No, it's boring. And they should put their best teams out there because they're trying to grow the game. They're trying to show people what we have here in the United States, and they're throwing out garbage, and it's unacceptable. I don't like it. I don't like it.
We're putting our foot down here on Outside the Huddle.
I don't like it. We want the NFL commissioner to step up his game.
Yeah, but a team that's having great games, the Eagles. The Eagles are good.
Best team in the league?
I mean, yeah, they have the best record in the league.
But are they the best team in the league?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Carson Wentz is really, really good.
MVP candidate?
I think he's a front runner at the moment.
Okay, all right. I may agree with you.
He's throwing 19 touchdowns for
look at those
only
numbers.
5 interceptions. He has a quarterback rating of 101.6, a completion percentage of 61.
Yeah.
He's really just knocking them down.
No. He has great weapons beside him, and they trade for Jay Ajayi.
Exactly.
Which a 7-1 team gets a guy who rushed for over 1,200 yards last year.
A receiving running back,
exactly.
Which is kind of what they needed in there. They needed a guy on kind of that 3rd and short just to get those first downs.
Especially with Darren Sproles out for the year. I mean, they really didn't have much of a running game. They have LeGarrette Blount. So I think this is going to work really well. Blount may not seem quite too happy about this move.
Yeah,
but at the
a few fewer touches.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's going to work out because Jay Ajayi can do a lot of different things on the football field, and if you need
if he has a renaissance with not that 1 year, he's had 6 bad weeks, I guess, after having a great coming out year last year. But if he can get that back that he had last year, have a little renaissance with the Eagles, I think they're a team that are really on an upward trajectory.
He's a great goal line back, and I think that complements Ajayi pretty well. So I think it's going to work out. And they've been the best team all along, so we'll see what happens. They're 7-1 right now. They had 7 wins at this point all season last year.
Right.
So they were 7-9. So they've definitely taken a step forward in the right direction. Carson Wentz.
It's weird to me that the Eagles are good. It's like telling me 2 + 2 = red, or
it doesn't.
It just doesn't compute.
No.
I don't understand that they have a good team.
No, but it's definitely weird. But that's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Right.
Anyone can win on a given week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if they can sustain it. We'll see if the Cowboys can pick it up in that division,
right.
and maybe the Redskins as well. But for right now, it's all Philadelphia.
They play the Cowboys after their bye, so we'll see how they are then.
It's all Philly. Fly high, Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. A quarterback who is not having as good a year as Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston.
Oof.
Oh, he's I really wanted him to be good. I watched Hard Knocks, and he's just not. He has only 10 touchdowns for 6 interceptions. He just doesn't look as comfortable as he did in previous years. I don't know what it is, because he still has weapons. He has Mike Evans. They signed Deshaun Jackson. What's going on?
I don't know. And they have Doug Martin as well, who comes off his suspension,
right.
does pretty well the last 3 weeks, and he's the guy that can catch the ball in the backfield, run it up the middle as well. It's weird. He had so much expectations this year coming into the season, and the whole team did.
Having a young quarterback in his 3rd year, year 3 is really when quarterbacks get in that.
Yeah.
After their junior year is really just the time that they understand the game. They've been in the NFL. They've gotten all their reps. They see what's going on, and then that's when usually they take off. They're more comfortable, and he looks kind of like he's retreating.
Coming out of Florida State, that was his thing, was throwing the football and throwing it extremely well. He has 6 interceptions right now. I mean, that's not good.
He's not making good decisions.
No. He's still young. I understand that, but at the same time, this is his 3rd season in the league. The Bucs have been trying to build a playoff team. They are not looking like they're going to make the playoffs right now.
They're really not.
No, the expectation was that they would, and they would challenge. They beat the Patriots. As funny as that sounds, they beat the New England Patriots,
right.
and they thought that was going to be an uphill swing in their season, but they've been downhill since. So I really don't know what's going on there, but they got to fix it.
They really need to fix it. I don't know what they can do. I mean, trade deadline has come and gone.
They didn't do much.
They didn't do anything. And so, I'm kind of brainwashed by Hard Knocks. I watch it, I'm like, oh, they're going to be the best team, ever, because, everyone on the team is so charismatic, and I love them. But, yeah, they didn't do anything. And then they had a bad year, so, I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, they got to fix it.
Yeah. Another team that's having a pretty good year, but some weird off-the-field things, is the Steelers. So first, we'll start with the fun side of their social media, and then
you love your social media. Let's get to it.
Obviously, I love social media. It's because, I don't know, it's fun. It's what makes them marketable and, relatable to the public. The stars, they're just like us.
Okay, of course.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the rookie wide receiver on the Steelers, got his bike stolen. Hashtag team find Juju's bike. Oh, he was so sad. He put on this whole social media campaign, find Juju's bike.
Does he ride his bike to practice? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's a rookie. He doesn't get the big bucks like everybody else. He rides his bike to practice. He rides it home. And someone stole his bike. That's so mean. What are you doing, Pittsburgh? Don't steal his bike.
Who steals an NFL player's bike? At the same time, though, you could sell that bike for some money, maybe. But how do you convince someone that this is Juju's bike?
Pittsburgh police found it after he blamed Le'Veon Bell for taking it.
Of course. Gotta blame the teammate. Blame the best player in the league. Possibly.
Ooh, hot take.
Oh, well.
But then they found it. Pittsburgh police found it. He did this whole thing, it's been found. Last week, he wore cleats on the field that said lost bike. The other cleats said found bike. He made it a whole thing. And he just had all this buzz around him all week. And I think that's what set Martavis Bryant off. He went on Instagram. People were chirping him, saying, Juju's better than you. He said, Juju is nowhere near better than me, fool. All they need to do is give me what I want, and y'all can have Juju and whoever else. And as a result, he was benched.
Asked for a trade. He wasn't granted a trade either.
Nope.
The trade deadline is coming past. He is still on the Steelers, and they've relegated him to the scout team, too. That's not good.
If you remember, Antonio Brown was not happy with the Steelers last week. It feels like there's a little bit of diva hanging around the Steelers.
For sure. And Ben Roethlisberger's not playing extremely well right now. He's getting up there in age, so the team itself is taking a hit right now.
I mean, they're still 6-2.
No, I understand that. But at the same time, off the field stuff can impact on the field stuff. And when Martavis Bryant's not happy, he's not happy. And he's a guy that had 8 touchdowns in his rookie year. 6th the next year, missed last year because of the suspension and whatnot and other things. But he's a guy that's talented, and teams were inquiring about him. That's all the reports that were coming out.
And the Steelers were like, no, not for me.
Exactly.
I'm keeping him, all mine, buddy.
Exactly. So, but they're not going to play him. Like there's some give and take that needs to happen because obviously there's something going on that no one knows about.
Yeah, there's some diva mentality going on there for sure. And so he was benched last week. Juju still had another great, electric 97-yard touchdown, catch and run, and just unbelievable.
He's doing well on social media,
celebration.
and he's doing well on the field.
So he for his celebration, he runs to the side of the field and he wraps the training bike with some chains, locks up, and said, "No one's stealing this. No one."
That's great. I mean, haven't the NFL celebrations been fire?
Fire. We had the hide and seek last week.
Steelers are on the top of it.
Le'Veon Bell bench pressing.
They're on top of it.
We've had Duck Duck Goose. We've had so many great celebrations.
As a side note to that, do the Patriots do anything fun like that, or
no,
they just keep it
hand the ball politely to the ref.
And that's the Patriots way. But
yeah, it's the Patriots way.
Then again, Steelers, yes.
On the upward trajectory.
Yes, they are.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this week. I'm Lainey Johnson alongside Jacob Toby. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Make sure to follow Suffolk Studio 73 on Instagram and Facebook at Suffolk Studio 73. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.